Hey everybody, welcome to the channel. We are so thrilled to have you here with us today. Whether you're a psychology enthusiast, a curious mind, or just someone looking for some fun and fascinating insights, you've come to the right place. And if you're new here, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on more awesome videos like this one. We have a ton of exciting content lined up for you, from mind-bending psychological tricks to deep dives into the human psyche. Trust me, you won't want to miss a single episode. Today, we're diving deep into the wacky world of psychology. It's a field that's as vast as it is intriguing, filled with mysteries and revelations that can change the way you see the world and yourself. Get ready to have your minds blown because I'm about to reveal 10 psychological tricks that are so sneaky, so subtle, you'll be saying, wait, is that even legal? These tricks are not just fun to know, but they can also give you a deeper understanding of human behavior and how our minds work. Don't worry, it's all totally above board, and the best part is, you can try these out yourself. Imagine impressing your friends with your newfound knowledge, or even using these tricks to navigate social situations more effectively. The possibilities are endless. So buckle up, get ready for some serious aha moments. We're about to embark on a journey through the fascinating landscape of the human mind. Let's get this psychological roller coaster started. Hold on tight, because it's going to be a thrilling ride filled with twists, turns, and plenty of surprises along the way. Are you ready? Let's dive in. Alright, let's kick things off with a classic. Have you ever wondered how asking for a favor could actually make someone like you more? It sounds counterintuitive, right? But stay with me, because this is where it gets fascinating. You know Benjamin Franklin, right? The man who was not only a founding father of the United States, but also a prolific inventor and a true Renaissance man. Founding father, inventor, kite enthusiast? Yes, that Benjamin Franklin. He was a man of many talents and interests, and he also had some keen insights into human behavior. Well, he also knew a thing or two about human nature. One of his lesser-known but incredibly insightful observations is what we now call the Benjamin Franklin effect. The Benjamin Franklin effect basically says that when you ask someone for a favor, it can actually make them like you more. It sounds crazy, right? But think about it. When someone does you a favor, their brain starts to rationalize why they did it. When you do something nice for someone, your brain tricks you into thinking, well, I must like this person if I'm doing them a favor. This is because our brains like to be consistent with our actions and beliefs. It's like reverse psychology, but with kindness. Instead of making someone like you by doing them a favor, you make them like you by asking them to do you a favor. It's a subtle but powerful shift in perspective. So next time you need to borrow some sugar, remember old Ben Franklin. Not only will you get what you need, but you might also make a new friend in the process. It's a win-win situation, thanks to a little bit of psychological insight from one of history's greatest minds. Next up, we've got the Pygmalion effect, and this one's all about the power of expectations. It's like this. If you believe someone is capable of great things, they're more likely to rise to the occasion. It's like that teacher who always believed in you, even when you doubted yourself. They saw your potential, and guess what? You totally rocked it. So whether you're a teacher, a parent, or just a friend, remember that your belief in others can make a world of difference. High expectations, high fives all around. Okay, time for some sneaky marketing magic with the decoy effect. Ever wonder why restaurants offer that ridiculously overpriced bottle of wine? No, it's not just for show, though it does look fancy. It's all about creating a decoy. See, when you have two options, it's a tough choice. But throw in a third option that's clearly not the best deal. And suddenly, bam! The other option looks way more appealing. It's like magic, but with menus. So next time you're ordering a latte, remember the decoy effect might be at play. Chapter 4. The Foot in the Door Technique, Baby Steps to Big Yeses. Let's talk about the foot in the door technique, a classic persuasion tactic that's all about starting small and building up. It's like when your friend asks you to help them move just one little box, and next thing you know, you're assembling their entire IKEA bookshelf. The key here is that initial small request. Once someone says yes to something small, they're more likely to agree to bigger requests down the line. It's all about building that momentum, baby! Chapter 5. The Door in the Face Technique. Start big, finish small, and successful. Now, if the foot in the door technique is all about starting small, The door-in-the-face technique is its wacky, opposite twin. Imagine you're trying to get someone to agree to a favor. Instead of easing them into it with a small request, you go big right from the start. This one's all about starting with a big, audacious request that you know will probably get rejected. The key here is to make the initial request so large that it seems almost unreasonable. Then, you hit them with a smaller, more reasonable request, which, compared to the first one, sounds like a piece of cake. This smaller request is what you actually wanted all along. It's like asking someone to donate $1,000 to your charity. You know it's a stretch, but that's the point. And when they say no, politely of course, you follow up with, okay, how about just $10? This smaller request seems much more manageable in comparison. Boom! Instant guilt trip and a higher chance of success. The person feels a sense of relief and maybe even a bit of guilt for turning down the first request, making them more likely to agree to the second, smaller one. This technique leverages the contrast principle, making the smaller request appear more reasonable and easier to fulfill. It's a clever psychological trick that can be incredibly effective in negotiations, sales, and even everyday interactions. So next time you need a favor, remember, start big, finish small, and you'll likely end up successful. Chapter 6. The Halo Effect. First impressions matter, maybe a little too much. Let's be real, we all judge a book by its cover sometimes, and that's the halo effect in action. This one's all about how our overall impression of someone can influence our feelings about their specific traits. For example, if someone is super attractive, think George Clooney or Beyoncé levels of attractiveness, we might also assume they're intelligent, kind, and funny, even if we have no evidence to support that. It's like a mental shortcut our brains take. And hey, sometimes it works out. Chapter 7. The Baader-Meinhof Phenomenon. Ever heard of a new word or concept and then suddenly, bam, you start seeing it everywhere? That's the Baader-Meinhof phenomenon, also known as the frequency illusion. It's like when you buy a new car, and then you start noticing the same make and model everywhere you go. It's not that there are suddenly more of them, it's just that your brain is now primed to pay attention to them. It's like your brain is playing a cosmic game of I spy with you. Chapter 8. The Placebo Effect. The Power of Positive Thinking. Seriously. Okay, get ready for some mind-over-matter magic with the placebo effect. This one's all about how believing in the effectiveness of a treatment can actually make it work, even if it's just a sugar pill. It's like when you drink a decaf coffee thinking it's regular, and suddenly you're hit with a burst of energy. Placebo power. It's not that the decaf coffee is magical, it's your brain tricking you into feeling more alert. Chapter 9. The Anchoring Effect. The first number you see matters more than you think. Get ready for some number games with the anchoring effect. This one's all about how the first piece of information we receive can influence our subsequent judgments and decisions, even if that information is totally irrelevant. For example, if you're negotiating a salary and the employer throws out a high number first, you're more likely to end up with a higher salary, even if you started with a lower number in mind. It's like that first number sets the anchor, and everything else revolves around it. Chapter 10. The Bystander Effect. The more, the merrier, not always. And last but not least, we've got the bystander effect. A sobering reminder that sometimes being surrounded by people doesn't make us safer. This one's all about how people are less likely to help someone in need when others are present. It's like when someone drops their groceries in a crowded street, and everyone just stands there assuming someone else will help. It's a classic case of diffusion of responsibility, and it's something to be mindful of in our everyday lives. And there you have it, folks. 10 mind-blowing psychological tricks that you can use to your advantage. Whether you're trying to win an argument, ace a job interview, or just understand human behavior a little better, these tricks have got you covered. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button if you enjoyed the ride. Until next time, stay curious, stay informed, and most importantly, stay awesome.